Ever been in that moment where silence hangs in the air like an awkward cloud, and you just have to say something to break it? Maybe you crack a joke, change the topic, or nervously laugh. Well, congratulations, you just killed attraction. Most men make this fatal mistake. They seek comfort instead of embracing the magic of tension. Today, I'm going to show you why tension is actually your best friend when it comes to attraction, and why leaning into it instead of running away will make you 10x more desirable to women. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll understand the psychology of attraction and how to wield tension like a master. The truth is, tension is what keeps attraction alive. Women are wired to feel something exciting in moments of uncertainty. It's the spark that makes romance electric. In fact, studies show that when people experience heightened tension, like suspense or excitement, it makes them feel more romantically attracted to the person they are with. This is why women love bad boys, thrilling dates, and the drama in romance novels. Most guys mistakenly think that making a woman comfortable is the key to attraction. Wrong. Comfort kills desire. If you're always agreeable, always reassuring, and never creating any emotional waves, she might like you, but she'll never feel that intense attraction. I had a friend, let's call him Jake. Jake was the nicest guy, always making sure women felt safe and comfortable. But guess what? Women never saw him as more than a friend. On the other hand, there was Mark. Mark embraced the occasional silence, wasn't afraid to challenge women's opinions, and knew when to hold eye contact instead of nervously looking away. Guess who got the second date? Alright, now let's talk about how to master tension and use it to your advantage. Here are 4 simple but powerful ways. First, let's talk about why tension creates attraction. Uncertainty and intrigue. People are naturally drawn to the unknown. When a woman can't immediately figure you out, her mind stays engaged. This is why guys who are too predictable often get friend-zoned. There's no challenge, no curiosity. Keeping a little bit of mystery makes her invest in figuring you out, which strengthens attraction. Emotional roller coaster effect. Attraction is not logical, it's emotional. If you create moments of excitement, suspense, and even slight frustration in a playful way, it triggers an emotional investment. That's why movies, books, and TV shows use tension to keep audiences hooked. The same principle applies in dating. Scarcity and value. Human nature values what is not easily obtained. If you seem too available or eager, it signals low value. On the other hand, if you create some distance, she perceives you as a high-status man with options. Biological chemistry. Tension increases adrenaline and dopamine levels, which are the same chemicals released when people experience excitement and pleasure. This chemical cocktail heightens attraction, making interactions more intense and engaging. Now that you understand why tension works, let's talk about how to use it effectively. Be playfully mysterious. Most guys make the mistake of oversharing too quickly, thinking this builds connection. Instead, let her be the one to ask questions about you. Drop small hints about your life, passions, and experiences, but don't give everything away at once. This makes her curious and keeps the conversation engaging. For example, instead of saying, "I work as a marketing manager at a tech company," say something like, "I help businesses grow using some unconventional strategies. Guess what they are?" This sparks curiosity and makes her want to learn more about you. Tease and challenge her. Flirting without some level of tension becomes boring. Teasing creates a playful push-pull dynamic that keeps her engaged. You're showing interest, but you're also challenging her, which makes her work for your approval. Examples. If she says she loves coffee, say something like, "Oh no, you seem like the type who orders pumpkin spice lattes. I don't know if we can be friends." If she says she's competitive, say something like, "Oh really? I doubt you could even beat me at a thumb war." Teasing creates a fun, flirtatious vibe while subtly communicating confidence. Master eye contact. Eye contact is one of the simplest yet most powerful ways to create tension. When you hold eye contact a second longer than normal, it builds anticipation and intensity. It signals confidence and emotional strength. How to do it. When she speaks, hold her gaze and don't look away first. When you speak, maintain eye contact for just a second longer than normal before breaking away. If you're in a playful moment, look at her lips briefly before making eye contact again. This subtly suggests intimacy. Most guys break eye contact too quickly, showing nervousness. Mastering this will make you stand out. Be unpredictable. Predictability kills excitement. If she knows exactly what you're going to say or do next, the interaction becomes boring. Instead, mix things up in your conversations. Switch between serious, funny, and thought-provoking topics to keep things engaging. For example, if she asks, "So what do you do for fun?" Instead of giving a typical answer like, "I go to the gym and watch Netflix," say something unexpected like, "I train to become the world's greatest thumb wrestler, undefeated so far." This keeps her intrigued and makes your conversations memorable. Create space and absence. One of the biggest mistakes men make is always being available. When you're constantly texting, calling, or always saying yes to plans, there's no room for anticipation. Instead, create moments where she wonders what you're up to. How to do it. Don't always text back immediately. Let her wonder what you're doing. Occasionally be the one to end a conversation first. "Hey, this has been fun, but I gotta run, talk later." Have your own life and passions. Women are drawn to men who have purpose. When you give her space, she starts thinking about you more, which strengthens attraction. Mastering tension isn't just about playing games. It's about understanding emotional dynamics and using them to create chemistry. Most guys either avoid tension altogether, which makes them seem boring, or overdo it in a way that feels manipulative. The key is balance, creating intrigue, excitement, and challenge while still being authentic. Here's how you can master tension and make your interactions more attractive. Get comfortable with silence. Most guys feel the need to fill every silence in a conversation because they're afraid of awkwardness. But guess what? Silence can be powerful. When you pause before responding or let moments linger, it builds anticipation. How to use it. If she asks you a question, take a second before answering. This creates intrigue and shows confidence. When she's talking, don't rush to fill gaps. Let her feel the moment. If you're flirting and there's eye contact, hold it instead of looking away. Master push-pull dynamics. Push-pull is a flirting technique where you show interest, then slightly pull away, creating tension and making her want more. How to use it. Push, playful teasing, compliment her but add a twist. Pull, create distance, shift attention away at the right moment. Use physical touch sparingly and naturally. Tension isn't just verbal, it's also physical. The right amount of touch can create serious chemistry. How to use it. Lightly touch her arm when making a point. Playfully push her if she teases you. If the moment is right, hold her hand briefly to emphasize a joke. The key is subtlety. Too much too soon feels desperate, but the right amount builds anticipation. Let's break down some real-world examples. Why does the chemistry between characters in movies feel so real? Because they allow tension to exist. They don't rush to fix every awkward moment. Now here's the best part. Mastering tension isn't just about dating. It's about life. In job interviews, business negotiations, and social interactions, those who can hold tension without breaking always come out on top. So the next time you feel an awkward silence creeping in, lean into it. The next time you feel the urge to break eye contact, hold it a second longer. Do this, and you won't just become better with women, you'll become a stronger, more confident version of yourself. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more content on mastering attraction and confidence, and drop a comment below with your most awkward dating moment. We've all been there.